Hello there, my name is Myrna Loy and today's video is about the issue of trust. I'm talking about trust today because it permeates so many elements of our lives, and I don't think we realize the importance of trust. Now, sometimes we think that the flippant side of trust, which is, you say you're going to do something and you don't do it, but we can go to the extreme extent of betraying trust, which is adultery, or having sex outside of a relationship or whatever. And then when that person gets caught and wants to seek forgiveness from the partner is like saying no, 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 because she knows in her heart, how can she forgive him for doing that? Now, as much as that a man promises that he will not do it again, you're going to find that even though they've been together for years and he's only betrayed her once, it's going to take absolutely years to rebuild that trust again. And what happens invariably is that when the man goes out or he's going to do anything, that woman is always going to be suspicious. And that's what puts the strain on the relationship. It's not so much that a relationship where trust has been betrayed cannot be rebuilt. It's just that it takes so long and one of the parties usually gives up. So if a man did it maybe a year ago and his wife's still bringing it up a year later, he's going to be like, is she ever going to forgive me? But the fact of the matter is that someone can forgive you, but they can't, that saying, forgive but can't forget. And every single time that man goes out the door, or if he's late, she's going to start thinking, I wonder where he is. And it's that strain on the relationship that damages the trust in the relationship. Now, trust extends beyond romantic relationships into who can be the right person to move us forward as a generation, as a nation, as a community. You have to trust that person. That's why when you think about Donald Trump, you can't trust him because of all of his legislations. We can't trust Theresa May because she switches every minute. So when we think about Marcus Garvey, we think about his stability. When we think about Haile Selassie, we think about his conviction. When you cannot be trustworthy if there's no conviction and no commitment. So we cannot take trust lightly. And it starts with the small things, because if you're faithful in small things, you can be faithful in bigger things. So even when you're talking to your partner and you say, look, babes, I'm going to do that tomorrow. Make sure you do it tomorrow, regardless of how small it is. And if you can't do it tomorrow, you say, oh, sorry, hon, I couldn't do it tomorrow. I'll let you know when I can do it. And make sure that when you let her know you can do it, you actually do it. Because that's what builds trust in a relationship. And that's what moves a relationship to the next level. There are so many situation where trust is involved. Even at work, can you trust your colleagues? What is it about your colleagues that you don't trust? Can you feel open to them? Some people say you can't bring your personal life to work, and there's a reason for that, because when you're at work, you don't know what those people are really thinking. Sometimes you go to say something and you check their response. They've preempted what you're going to say. And what they preempted is telling you, I can't trust this person. And that's how it is in every aspect of our lives. We're always gauging people. Can we trust them? How do we know we can trust them? How do we know that what they're saying is true? How do we know that they're genuine? And it takes time to build trust. Years and years and years. I have a few friends, and my friends, I've had them for years, well over, let's say 20, 30 years I've had my friends. And I know that regardless, I can be totally myself with them. and they're not going to get into a rant if I go off on one, or if I don't agree what they say. And similarly, you know, we can have our opinions and go back and forth, but we trust each other to be there for each other. And that's how you can tell about loyalty. Are you there for each other? Can you trust each other? Are you on the same page? Are you going to back each other? Because that is what trusting is all about. Knowing that somebody's got your back. Can I trust them? Do I know that if anything happens to me, have they got my back? Will they still stick by me? Will they commit by me? So we can't underestimate trust. Trust is mega. You know, a lot of people, they trust in God. They trust in God because he's constant. Even though he's a superior being, they know that he cannot let them down because he's an all-perfect God. And the thing about God is that because you cannot see him and you cannot touch him and you cannot taste him or anything like that, all you have is his word. And when you trust his word and you know that word cannot be changed, that's why you have so many people believing in God over and above anything else, because they know that nothing can change. And because he doesn't exist in our real world, it means he can't let us down. Whereas with people, we're constantly being let down by them. They're constantly saying one thing and doing something else. And it leaves us feeling quite skeptical. It breaks that what could be a solid relationship. So I'm just here to say how important trust is, how important it is for each one of us to build trust, how important it is to live by our words. And that is the most important thing, you know, even to ourselves. You know, we need, whatever we say to ourselves, whatever we say we're going to do, we need to do it. Because once we build trust in ourselves, other people will start trusting us. I know that many of us, we make all these goals throughout the year, or even daily goals, and we say, yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. When I wake up in the morning, I'm going to go to the gym. This weekend, I'm going to go swimming. Or this weekend, you know, or tonight, I'm going to do so-and-so. And when tonight comes, oh, I can't be bothered. I can't be asked. I'm tired, blah, blah, blah. We're not even honest with ourselves. We can't even trust ourselves a lot of times, because what we say we don't mean, and that means there's no congruence. We lack integrity. If we lack integrity within ourselves, we're going to lack integrity with other people. So it's very important, not because you're not making a promise to someone else, it doesn't matter. The promises you make to yourself are just as important, because when you keep a promise to yourself, you're telling yourself, yes, I can trust myself. And when you can trust yourself, not only can you trust yourself with the goals and decisions you've set for yourself, you'll start trusting other people. So that's all I've got to say for now. Bye-bye.